Hey, postcards from where we've been here. This is a tour of Hillsborough State Park in Florida. It's where we spent a bunch of our Christmases. It's central located to a lot of places that we like to visit and people we like to see. We hope to include a little history and a look around at the state park. I hope you enjoy this. You have a nice day. Hillsborough River State Park is one of the 8 original Florida state parks created in 1938. The park was originally built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and some of the original structures still remain, including the buildings that now house the administrative offices and the interpretive center. There's a suspension bridge, and there's a section of the fence that dates back to the original building. Also located in the park is a replica of Fort Foster. It was originally built in 1836 during the Second Seminole War. Tours of the fort are given on weekends, which is the only way to view the fort. On special occasions, reenactments happen at the fort where visitors can interact with the soldiers in replica uniforms to learn about their duties at the fort. Hillsborough State Park also boasts a pool. The pool hasn't been open for years because it needs lots of repair work. Hopefully in the next couple of years they'll be able to reopen it. It also boasts a cafe, which right now has been shut down for some time. There are rumors that it will reopen. I, for one, am hopeful that this will reopen, as it has had a history of serving great food, cold drinks, and good coffee. Speaking of food, there are some things to consider when talking about trash and food. Hillsborough State Park does have raccoons. Don't leave your trash out. Don't put it in anything that doesn't have a lid that can be tightly fastened down. And be courteous to your other campers. Don't put your trash in a trash can that doesn't have a lid, because by the next morning, you will have trash scattered all around the forests. Much of the park is a live oak hammock due to its proximity to the river. Certain sections are swampy, but much of the forest surrounding the river is elevated, so floods are not regular. Land near the entrance of the park consists of pine trees and saw palmettos. The park is cleaved in 2 halves by the swiftly flowing section of the Hillsborough River. This section of the river is noted for having several clusters of small rapids, including Class II rapids. Speaking of Hillsborough River, did you also know that you could kayak down the river? And if you don't have your own equipment, they'll be happy to rent you a kayak, give you advice, and make sure you have all the safety equipment that you need. There's far more to do at Hillsborough State Park than one first realizes. If you're a fan of hiking, there are well-maintained trails, and it has picturesque landscapes. They have easy strolls or challenging treks. One of the most popular trails in the park is Hillsborough River Trail. This scenic path follows the meandering course of the Hillsborough River, offering stunning views of the surrounding flora and fauna. Keep an eye out for the native wildlife such as deer, alligators, and a variety of bird species. We've stayed at Hillsborough State Park many times. This year it just didn't seem to be as full as it had been in years past. I'm not sure why that was, but we did note it. In discussing amenities for your RV or your rig, Hillsborough State Park provides water and electricity. They have both 30 and 50 amp service. However, if you need to dump your gray or black water tanks, you'll have to do it at the dump station at the front of the park. Most sites come with a fire ring. However, if you need firewood, you'll have to buy it from the park. They don't allow you to bring in your own firewood. There are plenty of picnic tables and a large number of covered pavilions. Florida residents can reserve them and rent them for the day. I don't know what the policy is for visitors, but you can check at the park office. If you're not a fan of the heat and you're not a fan of bugs, I'd probably recommend that you vacation at Hillsborough State Park between October and December. If you vacation between June and July and August, you can be sure that it will be really, really hot and the bugs will be there. Hillsborough State Park is a diverse campground with a lot to do. If you haven't been here before, you're missing out. From kayaking the Hillsborough River, to riding the trails, to hiking on the trails, to observing the wildlife, there's a lot to do. Even if you just want to come camp and relax, you can have peace of mind at Hillsborough State Park. I hope you've enjoyed this information, and I hope I've provided a little more than just a brief overview. Thank you for watching. Catch you down the fiberglass trail. Please like and subscribe.